unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Break.
180.
54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 74 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
At their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Go ahead.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Ready? 21.
Mike 5-4.
A shot. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the run. Check.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Stays on his feet. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, one of the big questions in the lead up to Super Bowl 54, the health of Tevin Coleman. We saw him go down fairly early in that NFC Championship game against Green Bay, and you thought, oh boy, that doesn't look good. Separated shoulder, pop back into place, and he wants to give it a go.
And you understand that. I mean, the chance to get to the Super Bowl and play. He's been there once before, but that was with Atlanta. And that was a 28-3 game, that lead that they gave up against New England. He wants to try and get a ring himself. So if at all possible, he will give it a go. Fortunately for San Francisco, he's part of a 3-man rotation at tailback that includes Matt Breida, who's a backup, and Raheem Mostert, who has just blazed through the playoffs.
You mentioned that game against New England. Of course, Kyle Shanahan was also with Atlanta. He wants to right that ship, too.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Garoppolo now. Gets this one to Juszczyk. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Here we go. 180. 1, Omaha.
Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
65. Hey, box truck. 54, come on. Check.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo, his throw incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
65.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This is Coleman with the grab. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
11.
54. Mike, 54. Let him know.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
11. Hey, 7.
Now Garoppolo. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 7, 49ers 0. Robbie Gould on for the field goal.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he'll be taken down before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the run, watch the run. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, Ringo, 48.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
Oh, it's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Wait.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
He's going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Line out. 49, check 49.
They run. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 12. Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. Kings pick up the 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Cook, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Cousins now. Bullet throw, but incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
Garoppolo now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. To throw is Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21. 55.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on now, let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Both teams spill. 11.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Switch it. Come here, switch one, Omaha.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
218, chop. Keep going.
On play action, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 29 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13.
14, 49ers 13.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins, and that is incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
First. 54's Mike. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Right there. 54 Mike. Get him.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
No. Check three. Joker. Undercrush. What's that?
Cousins gives way to Cook, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook, and he'll be stopped right at midfield.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
At the 49ers' 33-yard line.
Jahan, ready?
March by 4. Cut, cut, cut. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up.
What's the 50?
Check 31, check 31.
Here's Cousins. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The open man is Smith. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., 33 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Niners take over first and 10.
We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo now. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill.
Black.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
They start the drive with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Mike's by 4. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the catch made by Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Now he's got a man. Complete. 33 yards that time.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's back to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
11. Hey, Charlie.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Garoppolo going to go on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Garoppolo to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
White. 55, exit. 55, off the screen.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big